Hey there, this is John Poltrock with the Poltrock team at Remax in Murphy, North Carolina. And as you go through the home buying and selling process, you're going to do inspections. And one inspection that we often see is what's called a radon test. Radon is a naturally occurring gas that comes out of the ground and can enter your house. Not every home has it, but far western section of North Carolina is known for having radon and being one of the highest levels in the state. So it's very often that we see this test done. When you get the results to a house, it's going to be rated in picocuries. It's just a number, and it could range from anywhere from 0 to the highest I think we've ever seen is 85. And you wouldn't know it as we stand here in this home, but this house has radon. It actually had a 19 level of radon, and the EPA says 4.0 is what's considered safe. Anything above that amount is considered dangerous, and it is the second leading cause of lung cancer. So if you find out that your house does have a high level of radon, you definitely want to get it treated. The good news is that if your house comes with a high level, just like this one that we're standing in at 19, it's easy to fix. It is considered a totally natural gas. You can't smell it, you can't see it, you can't even know it's there. The only way to find out is to do the test. And oftentimes if you have your home inspector do it, they're going to use a little canister, it's about this big, and they set it inside the house and it stays there about 48 hours and actually pulls it into a carbon, and they can test it that way by sending it off to a lab. The other way they can do, some inspectors have a box that's about this big, and it does a full-time reading that shows the scale of radon throughout the time that it's in the house. And again, if it shows up at 4.0, it's considered unsafe. The great news is that if you've got it, it's actually really easy to fix. And that's what I wanted to do today, was share with you how that system fixes radon. So let's go check out this system that works really well in this house. And just to give you a benchmark, when this system was installed, it went from 19 down to 2.5 in less than 48 hours. These systems are incredibly effective. So let's go check it out. I want you to see this. Most of the time, the installers, when they do these, they're going to put the part that's inside your house in a spot that you won't even know it. So for example, this house, it has it stuck inside the utility closet, and it's really not much to look at. It's going to be a 4-inch PVC pipe, and what it does is it goes all the way down, and when they install it, they go into the slab. They put a void, think of it like a milk carton type thing, that they stick down in the slab that way, or underneath the slab, so that way they can pull air from the gravel underneath your home and vent it out, and it's going to go up the pipe, and that is literally all it is that gets rid of the radon. What's neat is that it also has a side benefit of pulling moisture out from underneath your house. So what will happen is that it's continuously running, continuously pulling up air, and all that moisture underneath your house goes up and out the vent stack and never makes it into your house. So it acts almost like a whole house dehumidifier, which is a great little side effect. But what will happen when you see inside is they're going to put this little tube in here, and this is what tells you whether or not your system is creating suction, which is what ultimately pulls out the radon. And a lot of folks, when they look at these things, they think it's telling you what the radon level is, like 1, 2, but that's not the case. If you'll notice, this is cattywampus. This side's low and this side's high, and that's exactly what you want to see to know that your system is working as intended, because the air is pulling up, and that way it's creating that suction, and that's telling you that it's working. If you ever see it go flat to where it's at 0, then you know you need to call your service provider to take a look at it. And that's all that's in your house. The next question we get so commonly is, what goes outside? What makes these things work? So I'd love to show you outside, so let's go outside and take a look at what you're going to see. All right, I am standing behind the house. That way you can see exactly what this radon system looks like. And it is behind the house, so most people will never ever see this at your house. What's neat is when they install it, it is white, like a PVC colored white, because that's what the whole system's made out of. And just like at this house, they can paint it to match, so that way you really don't even see it. It just blends right in with everything. And the way the system operates is this unit right here where I've got my hand is where the fan is housed. It runs 24/7, and what it does is it just pulls air out from where we were in the basement just a moment ago and vents it straight up through the pipe out the top of your roof. If you notice, the installers are going to vent it so that way it goes above your roof line, and that way the radon can dissipate into the atmosphere and not come back to your house. Most of the time they'll put an on-off switch, that way you can turn it on and off, and that's all there is to them. As far as energy use is concerned, the installers say it uses about the energy of a light bulb, leaving a light bulb on all the time. And to install it, they typically run between $1,100 and $1,500 for a remediation system, but every scenario is different, so we get quotes on each and every individual situation. That way you can know how much it's going to be for you. And that's really all there is to them. There's nothing else to them. They're very, very simple machines. They work excellent. And what's great is a lot of the providers have been installing so many of these that they guarantee them to work. That way, if you ever have a problem and the radon levels rise in your house, they'll come back and they'll fix it to make sure that it works as it's anticipated. And that's radon in a nutshell. The good thing is it's very easy to fix if you find out that you have it, but it's really nothing to be worried about. We hope this helps. Let us know what we can do for you. And as always, give us a call to help sell your house. Take care, and thank you for choosing the Poltrock team.